Hi, I'm Real Retrogaming, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 11, Volume 4. Now, this week, I've got a slightly shorter one. I've had a very busy week, so you're getting an episode, but it's not probably as long as the usual ones. But anyway, we've got one here. We've got another one of these photocopied ones. So this is part of that set that I previously had, like the Mad Martha we had last week. Now, awful lot of effort gone into this one because when we get the tape out, obviously this side we've got John Menzie, we've got Cookie, we've got Lunar Jetman, but on the other side, somebody's made a real effort here, look. We've got Psst, and we've got, is this something different? Muncher 83? Anyway, we've got Muncher 83 and Psst, well, it actually happens to be on this side that we've got to load first, and then on the other side we've got the thing. So they've got a real effort to actually create and photocopy it and stick it in and cut it and all the other bits and pieces. You can see there's got a cut lines on there, can't you? Cut it and make it into all little effort that goes with that. So let's open this up. Now, this has got wads and wads of paperwork in it. So we've got the Lunar Jetman. I think this is Lunar Jetman's instructions. So we've got the Lunar Jetman instructions for Lunar Jetman. I can never remember what the story is with Lunar Jetman. What's the story of Lunar Jetman? I can't hold her. She's breaking up. She's breaking up. Correct. All right. So it's basically a multi-stage game. You've got to reassemble your energy thing. I can never remember, to be honest with you. So Lunar Jetman's in there, and of course they put them all in here that they've done it. So this is silver stuffed with a hole in it. This is that's how he's got the bit that says Muncher at the bottom of there. That's so cool. So this is Muncher. So I'm assuming it's Aquaman because it looks like a ghost there, doesn't it? And that's the thing through there. And then on the other side we've got Cookie. What a lot of effort we went to back in the day. Look at that Cookie with all the creatures. We've got the mixed peel, chunky chocolate, crafty cheese, kernel mustard, sneaky sugar, and then down at the bottom we've got some other nasties. Oh, those are the ingredients. Wow, those are very dodgy ingredients, aren't they? Then we've got nasties, we've got Terry Tack, Tintin Can, Bertie Bolt, Walter Washer, and Mike something or other. Mike Pie? Mike the Pie? I don't know what that is. Why is a pie? Then the instructions for it as well, because it's all photocopied on one side and the other. So then the instructions for it, and then we got Psst as well. Look at that! We've got all the instructions. Psst. And how we play that one. How we move around in that. It's a great game. It's a great game. So we've got quite a few actually. So we've got at least 4 on this tape. So that's going to keep us busy at least for this episode. And as I say, longer one next week. I've just been really busy this week with things, but I'll discuss it as we get into the video. Anyway, without further ado, this is going in a tape drive. Right, okay, so tape is in the drive, so we'll go down our favourite and do load load speech marks. Let's do load speech marks. And as I say, I'm quite pleased that I'm hoping this is a quick one, but you never know with these games, to be honest with you, whether or not they're going to load. But I'm quite pleased this is quite a quick one this week because I spent about 2 days solid this week doing nothing but, and I'm not very. Let's just say I don't do many heavy lifting jobs within my work sphere of work, and I spent a lot of time going up about 40 floors actually. That's how many my phone told, or should I say one of these smartwatches, it told me that I'd done 40 floors and about 22,000 steps in a single day, which is quite a lot for me, to be honest with you, in just doing that session of doing bits and pieces, and it was quite hard going, so that's the reason why I've been but got lots done, but quite hard going at the end of the day. So, this is one of the ultimate play the game ones. This is the Ashby Computer Graphics or Games. I can never remember, is it graphics or games? You tell me in the comments below, anyway. So, this I actually quite like these ones, because these early ones, even Lunar Jetman, which is basically the next part of the jetpack, I guess, is kind of a game that is sort of very arcadey in its style. These are the pick up and play of its time, the ones that were easy enough to play, and I'll tell you what the thing about these was, they often came with the 2-player mode, so you could press 1 or 2 players, and then 1 player played, and the next player played, and that was actually really quite sort of exciting back then, you know, swapping between, so it's my go, it's your go, it's my go, it's your go, that kind of thing. I quite liked that back in the day. I don't know about you, but I thought it was, I mean, it was annoying stepping away from the keyboard or whatever else it was, but it was alright, actually. So, but this particular game is I think it's a 16K game from memory, can't remember exactly. I'm just looking behind me because I've got it on the shelf. I don't know why I'm looking behind me, it's actually the case is here, but yeah, 16K. So 16K game, and I actually think this is quite impressive for a little 16K game. Proper arcadey, sort of single screen. These are the early sort of arcade games, the early sort of late 70s, early 80s. They're quite often, I mean very early 80s, we're talking 80, 81, 82 max probably here, and maybe early 83. Those kind of ones were very single screen, you know, everything happens there, you know, shoot 'em up on the screen, Space Invaders, Caterpillar, that kind of thing, and goes along that kind of a kind of game style. It's a single screen. The aim of the game is you're, I guess, a garden robot. When your job is to keep the pests away from the Megadilidolus, Daisy Dolus, but what's it? Daffodilus or whatever else it is, Tyrannosaurus. So basically, there's a thing there, and if you can stop them eating the leaves off this thing enough, you can actually get it to grow really quickly. So the cluster grows to its full height, so that's your timer. It kind of grows up, and if it gets completely eaten or you die in the process, that's the kind of end of the game. So it does grow slowly, whether you like it or not. So here we go. We've got to spray the bugs. So here we are. Wherever he is, come on, there we are, there's our little man, and I think we need, is it this one? No, it's not this one, it's the blue one, yeah, it's the blue one we need. So we basically need the blue one to stop these bugs eating the bits and pieces. Now there's obviously there's the usual bonuses, which you would have got normally if you'd done the whole kind of thing. I also do you know, one of the things that I find amusing about this is the styling. So like the lives at the top is the same lives that you would see, for instance, in Jetpack, and they're the same sort of style of life, if that makes sense. The way it lays it out on the screen is the same thing. So basically, on the easier early levels, you basically have one type of creature to kill. The next level, it makes it more exciting by showing you another kind of creature you have to kill with a specific one, and then another type of creature, and then it merges them all together so you can do that. I'm assuming it loops round. I've never actually noticed that before, if it does loop round or not. And you see how they're making dirt at the bottom. It's yellow and red mixed together. It looks sort of brown. That's your brown there. That's your Spectrum brown going for it. I do like this game though. I've always been a fan of the way it works. I have to admit, I prefer it on joystick because I really hate the keys. The keys are Q, W, R, E, R, T. And they're the same sort you get in Attic Attack. So they're kind of I think they're a rubbish set of controls, to be honest with you. If I'm honest, I don't really think they're particularly good in the way that they laid out. I don't know why they thought a single line across the middle of the keyboard was good. Somebody must like it. That was the thing back then. People did like different sets of keyboard layouts. Nowadays, people complain if you don't have Call of Duty layouts on a pad for a first-person shooter, and it's absolutely true. You know, they don't. They get. There we go. There's our Megadilidolus, Daffodilus, Maximus, Giganticus. Now I've got to get what we got. Oh, we got these things. I think these. Yeah, that's it. We need to zap these ones. But you do get a mix with the other bugs. I forgot that. So we got a mix of the other bugs. So we got to keep those furry ones away, the fuzzy wuzzies. At the same time as zapping these ones. Pop that there. Let's get some bonus points. Let's do that. Oh, we need to get a zapper and zap him off there. Stop eating it. If you eat it all, there'll be nothing for anybody else. We're eating it, making it go small, you see. So we're trying to get out the level by eating these things. So that's it. It goes shorter. I think there's 3 leaves on it in maximum. So when you get the 3 leaves, that's it. That's kind of its maximum growth level. Let's get this thing here. Just zap these things. Yeah, you can get off my plant. She's going for it. She's going for it. The Maximus Tyrannosaurus Rexus is growing. There is actually a remake. They've made some remakes for the Amstrad, and I think there's a one. I think was this out on the Commodore? I think it possibly was. So they got a remake as well, I think, or they certainly got a version of this. I think, maybe wrong. I thought they did. If they didn't, I do apologise. Right, okay. He's just standing around there. Let me get some of this. We're almost there with the Daffodilus Maximus. We'll keep those bugs at bay. There we go. Keeping them at bay. Almost there. I think she's almost grown. Oh, we're almost there. Oh! Here he comes. She's almost grown. We're almost up to the next level. I do like this game though. You can see because I've been on here before, and it's the kind of game that it's kind of a lot of fun to play. How's your week been? You had a good week. I haven't actually got coffee this time round. I know. Be shocked. This may be this is clearly the X-rated episode of What's on the Tape. No, I haven't got coffee today because I've already had 2 blooming cups because I've been trying to catch up with videos. This is one of the reasons for doing a slightly shorter one this week because I've been kind of overwhelmed with work and other things. So I've not had a chance to kind of catch up. That leaf won't regrow now, I don't think, because those wasps ate it. But yeah, I haven't, because of sort of work and genuinely I was just tired more than anything else. I was absolutely exhausted with all the work I've been doing. So I didn't really get a chance. So I've spent the weekend sort of trying to catch up on my videos and sort of jam those things in and get them done. And everything's eating my blooming bush. Yeah, so I've been just trying genuinely quite hard to catch up with what I've been doing. Let's get off my bush. Yeah, trying really hard to catch up with the whole process of sort of doing videos. So I tried to do some short ones, and to be fair, thus far I've not managed to do anything short. They've all ended up being long blooming videos, which is fine, but it's slightly annoying. Get off my plant! It's never going to grow to full size if you keep eating it, you horrible creatures. You just stay there. That's it. Shooting them off there I'm kind of getting there. That's it. Get off. It's quite a nice little mechanic though, swapping between weapons or spray cans. However, I've never seen a spray can that shoots lightning out of it. That's all little beams of destruction. You can just stay there and stop eating my plant. It's getting there. I think we're almost at the next level. I think these are all the creatures that are there, though. But you can see how simple it is. It's just a simple arcade game with a simple premise, and it just plays really well. It does. It plays very well. It's very smooth, and it's very pleasant to play. It's a fun little game. All about shooting bugs and defending your garden. A very rare plant that it is. Let's see if we can get it. Can we get another one? She's almost there. There she goes. A gargantuous smello flowerus or something similar. Whatever we're going to call it. Right, okay, we've got everything coming on now. Wrong one. Ouch. No, wrong one. Wrong one. That's this one. So we're mixing up the creatures basically now. So we're getting mixed up with the creatures so that we can do that. I did that last time. Right. Okay. Just mixing up the creatures. I'm not being very gentle now. Not being very gentle now. That's one. Aha! Got you. Go get this. Go get this. No. Ah! There we go. Got him. I need the water. Oh, bum. It's kind of delayed reaction. I got zapped there at the end. Right, okay, that was the first one. That was psst on our special tape. Do you know something? I was just thinking to myself when we were looking at that and we were talking about sort of the photocopies and all this kind of stuff. I don't think I've seen photocopies in years. Anybody any photocopy anything anymore? I don't photocopy anything anymore. I haven't photocopied something for years. Whenever I want multiple copies of something, it's usually in a Word document or an Excel document or some kind of spreadsheet or something similar, and I just print it. I don't do I print 20 copies of it or whatever else it is instead of doing anything else. So we don't really do that anymore. The whole process of kind of doing bits and pieces. Right. I'm going to rewind that. I'm going to put that on the other tape drive and we'll give it a flat blast from there. I mean, worst case, to be honest with you, we'll go to the old PlayZX and we'll give it a go. But we're going to try it on this one quickly before we do this. It should be Muncher, which I think is just going to be a Pac-Man clone. I don't think I've ever seen this one from Silversoft. I probably have it, actually. I don't think it's one I've played. I do like Silversoft ones, though, because they come in most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time they came in these sort of very I think I'm going to use the word 70s style red cases, and they kind of came in those quite a lot. And I mean I liked them, but they definitely came in those in quite a lot of the time. Fingers crossed. Oh, it's got psst again. Well, we don't want that anyway, so let's fast forward that. Hang on, we'll take it out and put it into the other drive. We'll put it into the other drive. We don't need psst ice, do we? Okay. Let's go for it. Oh. Munch must be tiny, I reckon, from that. Just judging by that. Munch must be an absolutely minuscule 16K game. It's not what's on the tape without at least one fast forward and an R-tape error. Some weeks it's sponsored by R-tape error, Those weeks I get extra money from the gods at Sinclair. Sky send me cash. No, I'm kidding. Never gonna happen. Sky's never gonna send me cash. In fact, they still think I owe them cash probably. I haven't had Sky for years, Not went off Sky. Sky and I fell out. Yeah, it's not a particularly exciting story. You know that one. I'm sure you've all got those friends who've had that discussion about the satellite TV provider Sky. So they've got Sky, and they go right. Okay, it's the end of their their contract, and they're out of contract and whatever else it is, and it's getting a bit expensive, and you know how it goes. It kind of creeps up, doesn't it? They sneak £1 or £1.50 on it, and £2, and then all of a sudden it's like your price for a month is like 80 quid. So. And they do it all the time. It's not even. They're not even subtle about it. They just literally slap the prices up every year. Anyway, so you've got that scenario where it's going on with that kind of Sky and its things. It's not going to work, is it? No, it's not going to work. Right. Okay. So we'll get the phone on it. So it's sneaking up, So it's sneaking up. So we've all been through this one. So prices are sneaking up. All of a sudden you're paying like £4,000 a month instead of the usual, £2,000 a month. Those figures, by the way, are estimated. I don't think anybody pays that kind of money for it unless you do it through your pub. I think pubs pay thousands, would you believe, per year for it. Anyway, so it sneaks up. So you say, so great, no problem at all. I'll do the trick, the one everybody's told me about. The one where you phone up and you go, right, I'm thinking about leaving Sky. I've currently got my phone with you. I've got my broadband with you. I've got Sky Movies and Sport and all this kind of stuff. I'm thinking about leaving you, and I don't want to, and there's nothing you can say to change my mind. Let's kind of talk about it, kind of thing, right? Okay. So, and what always happens, or what I was always told, and it never actually happens to me, is that they then come back and they go, oh no, please don't leave us, I tell you what, how about we give you 4 zillion pounds off a year. Every single time I ever wrote, or every time I ever phoned Sky and said, right, I'm leaving, it's very expensive, I don't want to do that. And by the way, I have been with Sky twice, but only because of broadband one time, because they were the cheapest of that. I'm going to leave because you're costing me a fortune. Sky went, yeah, alright. Both occasions just went, yeah, that's fine, thanks for being a customer. Good customer, paying every time, decent amount of money. Nah, no interest in retaining you whatsoever. So yeah, please, so go away. Don't do that kind of thing. It just always amused me, that particular one. But I'm sure you've all got fantastic stories about how you phone up Sky and they give you the best deal ever. So I've never gone back to Sky ever. And I'm only with Virgin Media for literally broadband. I couldn't give a stuff about tellies anymore. Gone right off the whole idea of tellies and all this kind of stuff. I'm not doing those. Right, okay, so this is Muncher. This looks really high tech. I don't know what the keys are. Let's see if we can find them in those inlays that we got before. This doesn't look like he's dead, so that's a good sign. What's Muncher? Let's find Muncher. That's Muncher. Muncher was the one that was cut up. What's the instructions for Muncher? No instructions for Muncher. I don't know if I've got Muncher actually or not. I feel like I should have Muncher. Controlling your robot. That's not the one. Right. Okay. We got Cookie. It's Cookie. What's the instructions for Muncher? That's psst. That's Lunar Jetman. There's no instructions for this. What's the keys, do you think? Okay. Oh, S is to start. Oh. I've got it. Oh, do you know? I'm gonna give it some credit here. It's not actually as I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be a bad clone. It's not actually overly bad. It's definitely Pac-Man though, but it's not actually as bad as I thought it was gonna be. That's kind of a weird face though. It's kind of face chewing downwards. It's like a man's face with a very large nose, and he kind of wiggles left and right. It's like a disembodied head. Alright, you know what I mean? It's not so bad. I mean, the maze is a bit weird because they've thickened it up and you can move in several directions. We have the... I assume when we eat this, we can eat the ghosts. Yes, we can. Should we try and eat a ghost? Gobble a ghost? I've gobbled some ghosties. There's a ghostie been gobbled. Yeah, it's not bad, actually. It's not brilliant. I mean, but back in the day, I'd have probably been quite happy with this. It's quite pleasant to play. It's Pac-Man-ish. A little bit less, a usual thing. Oh no, he keeps moving when he does it. Slightly better than the other one we played the other day. Was that Gobbler? That was Gobbler, wasn't it? I love the way they could just clone these to their heart's content back in the day and nobody sued. But I think that back then people didn't realise that you can do what you can do now, and Microsoft and people like that kind of paved the way for patenting software. They kind of paved that whole thing. It wasn't an impressive thing. It's just what they did, if that makes sense. Every time you patent someone at Microsoft, you get a little cube to sit on your desk. Not sure why they get a cube, but that's what they get apparently, a little cube. And those people with lots of cubes are very important people because they've patented something else for Microsoft. Like the underline, like the underline that your teacher used to do on the board. That's patented by Microsoft. Microsoft owns the underline, red underlining. Bizarre idea, isn't it? It's a bizarre thought, that one. That somebody owns the patent to underlining things in red. It's not bad. This isn't bad. They missed some of the elements of the maze by making it double thick. It's kind of, yeah, it's more points, but it's not quite brilliant, if that makes sense. Plays okay though. Again, as I say, back in the day, probably impressed by this. If it wasn't a full price game, I'd be okay with it. If it was a budget title, I'd be like all over that. That would be the thing. Oh look, I can get the sweetie in the middle. Oh, it only opened for a little bit. How does that work? If I eat this, does it open it again? No. I wanted the sweetie in the middle. I wanted the strawberry. Can't get it. Only open for certain times. Not sure what triggered that. Okay. I said this is going to be a short episode. It's not going to be a short episode at all, by the way. Because I'm too busy playing blooming Pac-Man and other things. There's some good games, actually, to be honest. There's some very good games in this. What's going on? Oh, it's all over. I've lost. The munchers have munched me. I've been munched. Been proper munched on. All sounds very rude, really, doesn't it? Oh, the munchers have got me. I've been munched and munched and munched. Right, okay, I'm just tidying up paperwork here. To go with those inlays, they're all over the place. Right, put them there, they're neater. Right, okay, let's eject this. Let's swap this tape over, put the other side on, and we'll go for, I think it was Cookie first. Was it Cookie? Cookie. Cookie Monster. Yeah, I think it's Cookie. Cookie first. So we'll reset this. So even though we had the Lunar Jetman on the front cover, it's actually the second item, or sorry, the third item, fourth item even. Oh dear, my brain's befuzzled. It's been a long day. And as I say, we're also getting some. Did I say we're getting some work done? We're getting some work done in where we have our washing machine, and the people coming to do the cabling for, not cabling, try rewinding it first. The people coming to do the boxing out of it have kind of fallen through, so it's a bit annoying realistically. So I think I might actually have to pick up a screwdriver and a hammer and I don't know whatever else you use, drill, and do it myself, because it's not actually that bad. It's just a square room with boxing that needs to go around. It's pretty easy to do. I think even I can handle that, and I'm sure I can just bang a bit of plasterboard up. It won't be that bad. So it's just when it comes to plastering itself that's going to be a bit I think more I don't know, I'm trying to think of a good analogy here. I was going to say Michelangelo, but it's not hardly Michelangelo, because I'm not going to do the Sistine Chapel. So but it could be more. Who am I thinking of? Chuckle Brothers? More Chuckle Brothers, maybe. Chuckle Brothers, Benny Hill, Norman Wisdom. Maybe a bit more Norman Wisdom than whatever else is. You see, there's some amazing names to go with, you know. So that if you've got to be old enough to recognise most of those blooming names, Chuckle Brothers. No, Generation Z's like totally tuned out now. They've left. They don't even know. They don't know what they're missing, do they? They have no idea what they're missing. They have no idea what they're missing at all. I'm not even going to try that in the other tape drive, because I know what's on here. We've got Cookie and Lunar Jetman. Let's just pull it off PlayZX. Let's try it. Let's just give it a go, because it just doesn't want to go, does it? So we'll do Cookie first, and then we'll go with Lunar Jetman. We'll try and fast forward through to see whether or not we can get Lunar Jetman to load. It's sometimes good to try and get them to load. It's good to talk. That's a BT, you see? Good to talk. Remember that? Good to talk. What's the name of the book? Fly Fishing by J.R. Hartley. Yeah. Proper nostalgia today, isn't there? Some nostalgia happening here. Just all of a sudden, J.R. Hartley. Right, okay. Push the play button. Push the button. 16K Cookie! Very similar in style to Psst. I don't know which one was first. I can't remember. Both 83, so they could have been developed almost at the same time by the same person, I assume, or same group of people. Cookie is about putting good ingredients into a bowl and shooting away the bad ingredients in the same control set as you had with the other one. So it's a pretty. I quite like Cookie again. Single screen, entertaining, exciting sort of ingredients going into it, because we saw those earlier, didn't we, at the beginning of the tape, with the salty salt and sneering cheese or something like that, or I don't know, whatever kind of cheese it was. But anyway, you basically play this weird cook who's got only two great bulging eyes and no tongue or mouth or nose. So I'm not entirely sure he knows what he's actually throwing into it. And to be fair, the food is also sentient. So is the garbage, which is an extremely interesting scenario to find yourself in, that you've got sentient food. I've never really wanted. Well, I suppose you have sentient food anyway, don't you? Because, you know, if you eat a bit of cow, But normally it's not the same size as you and flying around the screen in circles, is it, when you're eating a cow? Well, not normally. Not unless you're catching it yourself in the field. And then sort of stripping it down, turning it into leather and all the other things that you do with a cow. Yeah. That's a very surreal direction I went in with that one. So we got, yes, Cookie being another one of those single screen things. Lovely single screen games. This is one that was printed, there's a few, wasn't there, that came out with the Sinclair brand on it. I think I've got the Sinclair one with the silver case somewhere. It's rather nice, actually. I got it in bundles of Spectrum stuff when bundles were a thing on eBay, where they weren't just all the rubbish there and people didn't know quite what they'd got, and they would put bundles on there. And I think I spent £90 and got about 200 games and a Spectrum thrown into it at one point, which is quite impressive, realistically. I have given a new cover to that Spectrum, and I'm afraid that I'll probably upset you all if I actually show it to you, because it's orange. I made it orange with a nice bronze faceplate and glowing keys. Are you all upset now? I bet you are, aren't you? Seeing my glowing. I've kept the old case though. I've just out of interest, I have kept the old case just in case I need to swap it back. Right. Okay. Same controls as the other one. So the QWERT. So QWERTY without the Y. So let's press 0 for a game. There's a little story for it. I forgot about that. So basically, I've got to get 10 of the good stuff into it. So I've got to shoot downwards. That's one of them. No, that's bad. Now I've made it bad. And not put the rubbish in. Ah! Anywhere but there. But I've got him. Threw that rubbish out the way. It's a good little game, actually. I have to admit, I do like this. So we've got you got a point in direction. Three, 2. That's it. We're all good. Then we've got fuzzy wuzzy things. I'm not sure what this fuzzy wuzzy one is, actually. It does look pretty. Doesn't look healthy. Oh, it's lettuce, maybe. It's psychotic lettuce. I've never actually dealt with psychotic lettuce before in my lifetime, but I'm assuming it's psychotic lettuce. Hey, threw it in the water. I do like this game. I think it's quite a clever game. Oh, dead. Tough game, though. I don't think I've ever got to level 5, which I guess it loops at level 5 once you open the pantry up to its fullest extent. Oh, dead. Is that it all over? Please don't be over. Yeah, high score. Oh, no. Oh, he's got me. He blows my hat off every time as well. Destroys me. Destroy me, please, food. Destroy me. One more go. Gonna have another go because I had such a good time last time round. So we're chasing the cheese down, the stinky cheese with the eyes. Stinky cheese with the eyes. Get in there. Oh, don't. If you put the wrong one in, it puts it up by 5. I tell you what, though, you wouldn't want to eat this food that he's cooking. First off, he's shooting bags of flour into it, and second off, the stinky cheese stuff. And look, I've just thrown something bad in there, and it's just stayed there. There's no question about it. That's it. Get in there. I've literally thrown rotten fish and stuff like that in it. No, you horrible critter. I'm dead. I'm dead. I've just thrown horrible stuff in there and it didn't really go very well. Let's go for it. Go. That's it, we're done. More cheese. Now we're on to the furry lettuce. The furry lettuce. Well, that's what we think it is. Could for all I know, it's get out of it. Get out of it. Oh, he's got me. The furry lettuce has got me. I quite like this one, though. Quite a good game. It's very tough, though. The directional shoot is quite annoying. The way you point in directions to shoot stuff, that's kind of annoying. That is kind of an annoying factor. It's a lot tougher than Psst, basically. Oh, died. I've only got 4 left to go, and I really want to get past this level. Come on. Come on, we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Come on, furry lettuce. One more life. Right, furry lettuce. Oh, the furry lettuce got me. There's attack as well. I can't believe it. So close, and I missed it by 1 furry lettuce. Oh. Right, okay, let's try. We're gonna try the tape again. We'll see if we can move on. So this should be the creme de la creme, the cream of the cream, the daddy of the jet men, or jet packs, or whatever it is. This is why I quite like Lunar Jetman, but it was Starbiker was the one that got me, which is the really big one for me. Starbiker was from Edge, was the one that I really loved. I loved Starbiker. That was a great game. It was. I actually went out of my way specially to find that. I actually ordered one off eBay, and then the seller didn't bother sending it at all. And when I communicated with them, you know that thing where you communicate with them and you say, "Hi, I'm here. Can you send me stuff now, please?" Well, yeah, it never happened. It never delivered a blooming thing. So I finally found another one. Actually, I think I got it from. I have a feeling I got it from. I don't know if it was eBay again, but I actually think I got it from the Retro Cavern, because I get quite a lot of stuff from the Retro Cavern. I do like Dennis. If you haven't used Dennis before on the Retro Cavern, but yeah, I ordered it from. I think I ordered it from there, and I got it. It's perfect. It's beautiful. It's got instructions and everything. It's really fantastic. However, I don't think I can win the BMX competition. It's not going to happen. Bites 2. This is still part of Cookie. Cookie. That's the end of that one. So this should be Lunar Jetman, who's crash landed. What we trying to do? I can't remember what we were trying to do. I was reading it earlier, wasn't I? That's the noise it makes. Let's have a go. Okay, here we go. Come on! You know you want to. Lunar Jetman. This is a fantastically hard game. This is a 48K game. This is with a bit of scrolling in it. Still arcadey in its style, but with a bit more sort of scrolling, sort of action involved in it. We're not going to get away with that, are we? Let's go for it. Let's go with the old tape thing here, because it wasn't. Do you know something? As much as it's lovely to see all the photocopy stuff, this was a rough looking tape. This was not a good looking tape. So Lunar Jetman. Lunar Jetman. I have found it. Let's push the play button and let's hit it. Play. It's the Lunar Jetman. This one I was never very good at. I kind of didn't understand it after Jetpack, even though it's pretty much the sort of similar sort of thing. There's something about getting in the lunar vehicle as well and moving that around. Unfortunately, I'm looking for my magnifying glass because I'm blind as a bat. Well, I don't know how we read these things back in the day. There's tiny stuff. With no help from nearby unaware Earth or Kazam, there's creatures coming. Jetman has to destroy all installations single-handedly before the imminent destruction of his home planet, using his hyperglide moon rover to carry strange equipment, supplying bridging units and other equipment that he can find and complete his mission. Still gotten no the wiser. Hang on. After the poorly assembled multi-stage rocket disintegrates in... Oh, right, okay. So there's a link to Jetpack that he's poorly assembled his ship. He lands on a strange undiscovered terrain. The inhabitants of hundreds restless aliens intent on total destruction of planet Earth. How did they know it was uninhabited planets? You know, anyway. Desperate to regain the lost minerals, the To regain the lost minerals, the aliens initialized their ancient attack mechanism all around a huge missile installation within the bounds of the planet. Surrounded by their strategic defense stations, their huge linoleum shelled missiles. So like the floor tiles. I knew that they were dangerous. Floor tiles, linoleum, shielded missiles glisten in the distant sunlight as the multitronic warheads auto-arm and poised for attack. There's no hope, but we must destroy them. Right, okay. Where's the instructions to this game? Come on. Let's find the instructions to this game while we're doing this. Let's push the buttons. Jetman. No, that's Cookie. That's Cookie. I can't find the wrong blooming instructions now. I'll make a right faff of it. Okay, hang on. Jetman. Got him. Right, okay. So, yep, loaded it. We've done that. We've loaded. We've guaranteed. All Ultimate Play the Game software have a 5-year unconditional guarantee. If the tape fails, it will load. It will be totally replaced free of charge. Apart from the fact that you have to cover £1.50 for the replacement costs. Oh no, if the shows any form of physical damage, you have to pay £1.50. That's quite reasonable, actually. Okay, walk left and right, use the keys on the bottom keyboard, photons, thrusters, drop and pick up with Z or symbol shift, enter or exit with cap shift, hover, you can use the rows 1 to 6 used while in flight, score, it's not telling me much about what I'm going to be doing though. Features, here's the features of the game, you ready for this? Let's brace yourself for the features. Features: scrolling lunar landscape, hyperglide rover, missile launchers, working armory, fully functional teleporter system, quantum photon laser phasers, quantum photon laser phaser, awesome name for it. Pick up and drop control, photon torpedoes, enter and exit controls, rubber aliens, bridge platforms, detachable weapon systems, hover button, Jetman, fly left and right, thrust controls, fantastic sound effects, on-screen scoring, 1 and 2 player scores, high score displays, live/slash displays, and massive every hit explosions. Wow. Well, I'm excited now. I don't know about you. I'm you know, it can't get more exciting than this, can it? Possibly. It possibly can. Bracing yourself I'm bracing myself. You'll be watching this on Sunday morning, but I'm bracing myself for England beating the Ukraine tonight. I'm hoping that is the case, but I don't know. So if they've got beaten tomorrow, I may be feeling a little rough about it. But anyway, let's give it a go. Okay, so let's press 6 to start the game. Right, okay, so I got bombs. Right, I've got to press Z to pick this up, I know I do. I've got to I've got to put it in the vehicle, I know, because I've got to blow up the things, the alien bases. I know I have to. Shut up. I've got a bridge with the Z key. Right, Z. This is the thing, though. I always found about this, it's really annoying, is that it's super tough. No offence to the game, but it is super blooming tough. Oh my god, I hate this game. I played. Do you know something? This did feature in an episode previously. I hate it and I love it at the same time. Right? I love how difficult they made it, but at the same time, why? Why is it so difficult? Oh god, it's so difficult. It just really is. It's just pleasantly. Come on, Lunar Jet man. Let's pick this up. Oh, I need to press. Right, I'm gonna press the shift key, and I'm gonna get in this blooming thing. And I'm going to drive it. Yeehaw! There's my vehicle. Right, I've got to get the weapon. You see, so press the shift key, get out. I'm going to press this. I've got to put this on the back of it. I know I do. And I've got to press cap shift to get back in it, and I've got to drive. to the alien base. But we can't drive because it's stuck in a blooming gutter, so I have to press Z there. And then try not to let them blow up on the ground there. Oh, it's so tough, this. It's just not even funny. Right, and then... Oh, it's blown it up! You son of a gun! I can't even get past it to do it. Game over again. I blooming hate this game. It's such an horrendously difficult game. It's just so unforgiving. You're so unforgiving. I don't hate you. Why do you hate me? I don't... Oh, I can't... Right, that's on there. Shoot him! Time. There's an alien base thing or something similar. And they've got to get in this thing and drive it across the thing. Has anybody actually ever done anything in this game? Has anybody ever got anywhere in here? Have you ever managed to get further than I've got here? Anybody actually ever managed to blow up an alien base? I mean, seriously, when you're playtesting a game, right? I mean, and I love the level of sprites and all the detail and the look of it and all this kind of stuff, right? I'm going to fly over this way. For a change. I've got this now. I don't know what this is. But I'm bringing that too. I can pick that up and all. But, you know, the level of detail is brilliant. But has anybody actually got any further than that? I mean, seriously, it's one tough game. It's not. It's just completely unfriendly. It really hates you. It's not fun at all. Well, no, it is, and it isn't. I remember playing. This is why I like Starbiker better, because Starbiker was very similar styling, but it was much better, and it came as part of the Feed the World tape, the Soft Aid, which was a fantastic game collection back in the day, and I was delighted with that, and that was where I first played Starbiker. That's where I played Pyramid for the first time. It was actually a really, really good combination of games, and I have to admit I really enjoyed that, but super tough. Super tough, this one. Whenever I had this one, I don't think I actually owned it back in the original day. I think I played a special version of it, probably in a photocopied cover, to be honest with you. But back in the day, I played a special version of it, and I mean, I didn't dislike it. Don't get me wrong, but let's be honest, it was super tough. I mean, it really was. Whereas Starbiker was a lot simpler in its concepts. Even though I still can't win the BMX, I'm very upset about that. Remember BMXs? Everybody used to have a BMX when I was a kid. We used to like BMXs. Anyway, I'm going to try if we can find a BMX tape for what's on the tape next week. Actually, we'll see if we can do that. We got a little one out of that. It was a shorter one than usual, but as I say, gotta get cracking. Got some football to watch tonight and a few other things. Anyway, I've been your host, Real Generic Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye bye now.